Today, the moon goes into Cancer, 5:13 a.m. Pacific time. The moon going into its own sign means we feel the feelings, and it's the ultimate opportunity for self-care, some deep self nurturing. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Monday, June 15th. Following yesterday's Gemini new moon, we now have the moon beginning to wax, so beginning to move away from the sun. Can't quite see it in the sky yet. It takes a couple of days before we see that first thin sliver of the waxing moon, but with the moon in Cancer following yesterday's Gemini new moon, we still have that mystery vibe, the merging of the heart and mind that I talked about in my podcast yesterday. So if you haven't checked out my podcast yet, episode 2 came out yesterday. I'm so excited, and you're gonna find that I'm doing the outer planet zoom out a little bit more on the podcast. And so here I'm gonna keep doing these daily Astro Vibe videos, some shorter videos, kind of giving you the vibe of the day. So today we've got that Cancer moon energy, a little bit of patience and caring and kindness is in order. So where do you need to get cozy? Where do you need to take a little bit of time and space for yourself? Think especially about the energy of a child, how you hold a child in that feeling of tenderness, of comfort, of safety, of welcome, right? How you want to make a child feel safe, especially one that might be a little bit uncomfortable or nervous. So think about your own inner child and what you need at that level. So how can you bring those qualities of welcoming and kindness and making that space for safety? So focusing your attention on your nest, your home, your safe places. How can you make them feel even more cozy, warm, welcoming, nurturing? So focusing on your space and just enjoying your spaces that you have already created that feel safe, and taking that time to make yourself some nice food, some good healthy food that feels nourishing at deep levels, right? It takes that attention, that focus that we can put onto the deep nourishment. And because we might feel a little bit more sensitive with the moon in Cancer, it's also a great time to just allow yourself to have your needs met and focus on the ways that you might need a little bit of comfort and a little bit of that just that basic feeling of security. So sitting down with a cup of tea, just doing a little art in a really gentle way, or reading a good book, or watching a show or a movie that that's like helps you feel good, right? A feel good movie. Not the day maybe for some intensity. We could do that a different day. But for today, getting cozy, feeling safe, and creating that feeling of warmth and comfort and nurturing and nourishment for yourself. I don't know about you and where you are in the world, but in my part of the world, we have a lot of things blooming right now. So great, opportunity to make a little homemade bouquet, perhaps, to bring a little cheer and brightness and beauty into your world, just to make yourself feel cared for. And starting with yourself, bringing in that feeling of self-care, and then extending that out. Once you feel like your cup is full, then you can share your extension of caring with other people and offer nice things to other people to provide that presence and that caring attitude and that way of being. But of course, you can't do it for others unless you've done it first for yourself. I mean, you can do it for others, and we do often as human beings overcare, right? Or overextend our caring or what we have to give. So that's the point here is fill up your cup and then share. And then you have that abundance, that feeling of abundance, and it's authentic and it's joyful and it's connected. So, so care for yourself first and then share that caring. And then lastly, allow to be yourself to be cared for by others, right? You see how that's not the first thing you're waiting for. You're not sitting around waiting for somebody to show you some caring, but you're starting by caring for yourself. And then if you can care for yourself first, care for others next, and then allow yourself to be cared for by others, you'll find that it comes much more naturally, much more authentically, much more freely, and easily. So that's some food for thought. You can see where you're at with that, but certainly starting with the self-care, and this is the perfect time to do it, especially as we set our intentions with the new moon, and we want to really affirm that we deserve to have our needs met. And this is a great starting place for this Gemini moon cycle with the energy of Gemini information and communication. So self-care first. All right. Thanks for being here. I'm Marina Orms, and you could check out my podcast. It's called Astrology Heals, and my member site, transformationalastrology.com, with my Manifesting with Moon Cycles program, where you can get support on a monthly basis for working with these moon cycles. So check that out. Thanks for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.